We're talking with David. David, you're with Allworth Money Matters.
Hey, gentlemen, how you doing today?
We're doing outstanding. How can we be of
Well,
help?
I've got a two-parter for you.
Okay.
Two-parter. First one is how are we doing so far? And then the second one is where do we go from here?
All right. Well, give us a breakdown.
Yeah, so I'm 36, married. We have 4 kids.
By the way, you're doing well. The fact that you're 36, listen to the financial program and calling for advice, that tells me you're doing well.
Yeah,
So you're 36, married, and 4 kids?
4 kids, yeah.
Okay.
We got started young, yeah. So I work full-time in professional industry. My wife is a part-time engineering consultant. Together, we bring in about $200,000. About 170 is me, 30,000 for my wife, primary caregiver, of course, in the home. We've got a house.
Is she employed somewhere, or is she self-employed? Is she a contractor of sorts?
Self-employed contractor.
Okay.
Yep. We have a house. We've got about 215,000 left on that, about 10 years on the mortgage left, and it's worth maybe 800,000. We have
interest rate is what?
How old's your oldest kid?
Oldest kid is 12, and interest rate 2.25.
Okay. All right. Thanks.
Yep. For savings, we got 530 in retirement. Most of that's 401k. I have a little bit, like 15,000 in a Roth IRA, and then we got some cash in checking, some cash in emergency fund, and that's kind of a snapshot so far.
How much life insurance do you have on yourself?
I've got $1 million, and it was a 20-year policy. We did maybe 5 years ago, and I think we have about 500,000 on my wife.
I'd double it on both of you.
Okay. I don't know if
I'd double it on both.
you would need you would need people to drive your kids around and everything else. Should something happen to your wife. So, and it's so inexpensive.
Yeah, I'd double it.
Yeah.
Double it.
Okay.
And how old's your youngest?
5.
I would double it, and I'd probably buy a
10, 15?
Yeah, that's an actually. I'd probably buy a 15-year level term.
That gets your 5-year-old to 20.
Yeah, I'd buy a 15-year-old level term. 15-year
And you're
level
gonna, by the
term.
way, but in your financial situations, you're in phenomenally good shape here, right? You've been in the workforce. Did you graduate college in 22, 23, somewhere in there, right? So 12, 13, 14 years you've been working. You're married. You guys have 4 children. Your home is almost paid for relative to the value of the house. You've got $500,000 in savings. You've got no debt. You've got emergency reserves.
I'd buy a disability policy as well.
What do you have offered through your employer?
I'd have to check it out. I've never really considered it. So I'm sure we have something.
You want to buy as much as they sell you through your employer.
Because it's cheap through the employer.
It's very expensive in the private and public markets. But you should buy as much.
My next door neighbor is a surgeon.
Yeah.
Fully disabled. He's 40. I mean, he can't do his surgeon. He can't. He has had something in his neck. Can't operate. Had to quit being a surgeon.
He's still a doctor, though.
Yeah, he's got 5 kids.
Wow.
Had some good disability insurance. And he's trying to figure out, his next chapter and all that stuff. But
yeah, because
it happens. I mean,
it happens.
Yeah.
So you want to buy as much disability as they will sell you through your employer, and then I would, even if as long as it covers 75%, anything less than that, I would actually consider going to the market. You give me a look, Scott.
No, I'm thinking.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, I did at this age when I was that age.
Oh, I had a lot.
Yeah, I did as well at that age.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's great.
All right, and then double the term life insurance.
And if you end up with some disability, get something with a really long waiting period. You don't care about it at 6 month or a year. I mean, that's not financially devastating. A 6 month or a year disability.
Yeah.
A lifetime disability is disastrous.
You want like at least a year waiting period and then lifetime coverage.
Okay.
Okay, and then
how much are you saving?
A month, and I'm putting away about 8% of my salary, and then there's a pretty fair matching program.
You were putting a lot more away at one point in time.
Well, I was putting 10 to 12. We paused that a little bit for starting kids' college funds. And
What do you have in the college
some other
funds?
things. About 60,000 between all the kids. Kind of, we're doing about $100 a month for each of them.
Okay.
So going into the 401k is like about $2,000 a month.
Can you afford to put a little bit more into the 401k?
I think so. And I guess this kind of gets into my next question, the second part, the where do we go from here? And the big context behind that is actually contemplating a career move. I've been teaching part-time, so that's where a lot of some of the extra cash comes from that we can put away for saving for kids' college and other things. And this career move would actually take me full-time into teaching at the university level. I've been doing that part-time for about 6 years.
And what's it mean for your pay?
Pretty significant cut.
How big?
Well, it'd be for me about half. So, but I need to pick up some part-time work in industry, through the summers and through the school year. And then my wife's getting to a point where she can take on more work. So it's, mine cuts in half, but we're going to try to build up from there now that the kids are a little bit older.
What type of university would it be?
Be at Cal State, CSU.
Okay.
And would you get a pension?
You would.
I would. Yeah, there'd be a defined benefit plan.
Yeah.
So, let's assume that I work for the next 26, 27 years there. I'd be 62 or so.
I mean, you've got you're in a
50%.
good place right now, right? It's not like you're starting out with 0 and 4 kids. You don't have a ton saved for retirement. You've got it's a decent amount for a 36-year-old. Life's about the Life's about the journey.
Well, you would be able to take up contract work. Have you talked to your existing employer?
I could talk to them, and I also have quite a few industry contacts that I think would we be willing to.
I got to tell you, look, I can't tell you how many people I've talked to, Pat, and you have as well. They're early 50s, mid 50s, and they come in and they say, Pat, I hate my job. How many more years do I have to do this before I can retire? Right? You've heard that.
Yeah.
Hundreds of times.
If you were my son, this is what I would tell you. Figure out how to make it work.
Yep,
First of all, that advice I gave you about the disability policy, the university has a great disability
That's right.
policy.
You don't need to worry about it. And they might have
the great life insurance as well.
That's right.
Right. My guess is that the health insurance is probably better than what you're getting through
You'll
your
make it
existing
work
employer.
anyway.
You'll make it
You
work.
just got the financial discipline.
Yes.
Yeah. I think we're going to make it work, and we're going to figure out how much we need to make. So the big question is, with obviously we have to continue to contribute. So is it just we max out
David?
our IRAs and
David, you're going to hire an advisor. They're going to tell you exactly what to do, and they're going to model this.
And you might say for the next 18 months, the next 2 years, you got a 5-year-old, right? I don't think the kid's in full-time school yet, is he? She? Youngest?
kindergarten?
Okay.
Yeah.
Full-time?
Yeah.
Okay, so you just hit that point.
Yes.
You're talking about your wife being able to work more because you got kids in school full-time. But if it means that you pause retirement saving for a year or so,
David,
so be it.
Look, if you were my son, right? You're a little bit older than my oldest. I would hire a financial advisor for you and make you actually go to a Zoom meeting, ask you nicely to go to a Zoom meeting to figure out how it works. That's because what they'll be able to do is give you some clarity on how much income you need to make up so that you're not out there thinking, I need to land
That's
every
right.
contract. And they'll give you clarity about what your retirement will look like when you're at 60 or 65.
well, and if you're a professor, I mean, you might. A lot of these guys keep.
I have a friend I spent a couple of weeks with ago. I spent the weekend with him, a friend from high school. And I just remember he's a college professor, and he always told us when he was in high school he wanted to be a college professor because it was the only job he could think of where you didn't have to get up before 10 a.m.
He's still teaching.
He loves it. Loves it. He's 62.
Yeah.
Pay for advice. I'll tell you what. I'm going to have someone I'm going to do this. Anyway, I'm going to do this for free, Scott. Listen, right?
We've got your contact.
We got your contact. I might have someone call you, and they'll walk you through a free financial plan.
Yeah, that'd be awesome, guys. Really appreciate that.
This is like the anticipation is because like, how do I take care of my family and make this leap, right? Which is really
got 4
scary.
kids. They play sports and all that stuff.
Yeah, the better visibility that you have into what the future looks like, the better you'll do. Yeah.
And not being so stressed, like, oh, I better go find another little contract to make some more side money.
Yeah.
And maybe you'll be on point and say, I'm just going to see how I make myself more valuable at Cal State.
Who knows?
Yeah.
You're 36. Yeah. Are you in engineering? Cool. Are you what kind of a professor will you be? Will it be engineering?
Yeah, engineering construction. It's kind of a crossover.
There we go.
Yep.
Good for you.
Yeah.
Seriously. Thanks, guys. Really appreciate it.
Great. All right, David. You know what's interesting, Ben?
Keep it up.
My favorite kind of literally.
Oh, by the way, I'm sorry, Scott. Let me give this disclaimer. Don't call the show looking for a free financial plan.
My favorite kind of planning is working with someone mid-career, whether they're this young or older, that is trying to say, how do I do something that I really love to do with less money and still have financial independence?
Yeah. And he's teaching on the side, so he knows what it's like.
Because, I mean, we're financial guys, right? Wealth managers, financial advisors, call us whatever. But it's not necessarily about the highest dollar amount. Obviously, that's not what life's not about for most people. Although I did read I think it was last week, there was an opinion piece in the Wall Street Journal about this, and I agree with the headlines. It was pretty much forget work-life balance in your 20s.
Oh yeah, I read the article.
Right, and I kind of agree with it. You got to figure your career out.
Yes,
but then the more I read it, he limited his relationships, how many people in his life, and he was hoping to be a billionaire. And then once he had the $1 billion, he was going to change and start saving the world or something.
I read the article. He seemed a little unhinged.
I didn't agree with it at all. But after I read the thing, but
he hired someone that would anything that was less valuable than his time through his employer. He had someone else do for him. Like, what's the humanity? What's it?
His goal was to accumulate $1 billion. Maybe he will, maybe he won't. For most people, what's the point?
What do you think the chances of accumulating $1 billion?
How many billionaires are in the world? A couple hundred?
Not a lot.
So
and don't forget hard work, and there is
luck.
There is luck.
There's a lot of luck too.
There's luck.
Of course, there's a lot of luck.
There's luck.
Yeah, for sure. Anyway, but there are a lot of people in their 50s that hate their job, that don't have quite the financial independence to just call it quits. But there are times, instead of hating your job and quitting at age 60, go do something you love to do and work till 65 or 70.